So today we will cover Qlik Sense uh, migration tool, which is very useful, and that is used to cover QlikView documents to Qlik Sense. Okay, so it is basically a migration technology. Nowadays, everybody is migrating to QlikView to Qlik Sense, so you can directly use the data model of QlikView from Qlik Sense. Okay, the way we created the binary load, you can simply use the existing data model of QlikView to Qlik Sense. So no need to convert the QED files, no need to convert the uh, QED maker. Okay, the first layer, no need to convert the second layer, which is the data model, right? Because the relationship, if you're building in QlikView in our legacy application, and that is not needed to be converted to Qlik Sense. However, the legacy application or the legacy application which is there in QlikView, the management wants also the same framework to be designed in Qlik Sense, but it is quite different and difficult to achieve all those visualization in Qlik Sense because in QlikView there are a lot of properties. In Qlik Sense there are very few properties. So if you do the same visualization and create the same UI in Qlik Sense, it will take a lot of time to you. Okay, so this particular widget, QlikView converter, convert QlikView document to Qlik Sense app. This will help you to migrate your existing QlikView project to Qlik Sense project. Okay. However, as I said, your existing QVD files, your existing QVD maker or QVD generated the first layer, the second layer, the data model is not needed to be converted because the same can be reused in Qlik Sense as it is, right? So only the visualization layer of QlikView need to be converted to Qlik Sense. Okay, so before I go for conversion, I would just dig into some of my QlikView applications in our session. What are the QlikView applications we have created? This supplier dashboard we have created, right? So we have used a lot of visualizations over there. So the same visualization.
But do we have
Yeah.
set analysis and all the advanced functions in Qlik Sense as well?
The programming framework is completely same. Okay.
Okay.
The did we done any separate codings in Qlik Sense? No. For creating the scripting, the existing everything is same in Qlik Sense. So that's why, as the prerequisites knowledge is needed to learn Qlik Sense is QlikView. Okay. So one should have all this basic knowledge to attain the Qlik Sense, so that this topics should not be repeated and one can understand all the Qlik Sense frameworks. So this is our dashboard. So let me just do one thing before I have to uncheck this. I'm just removing the section access over here just to ensure it converts easily and there should not be any restriction for conversion. And I'll also bring all those scripts from hidden script to normal script, because I don't want any issue happen for during conversion. This section access I will not enable because I just remove it from the that side. Okay. Okay. Our data model is reloaded. Now this is a dashboard. Make sure everything is working fine before I make a conversion. Okay. Okay. So this will be our input document, which we will need to convert to Qlik Sense. And before that, as I said, I have other layers as well in QlikView, which is the data model and QVD maker. This is a QVD maker. Doesn't need this to be converted. Only the visualization layer I will convert. Okay, this one. Now, so I have to go to the Qlik Sense hub. I'll just try to locate this folder where exactly it is. So before that, I have to go to this particular folder, and so this is our location of the dashboard. I'll go to the hub and start creating a document. So add a QlikView document. Choose this option. Click here. When you click here, this is also the way you can simply drag and drop, or else there only you can create it. So I can now you see it's asking, it's saying that the document is successfully processed. Now this is the dashboard which we have with us. It is being processed. Let's check here. So yeah, so what we have to do is, it is converted means it will not be a readily available Qlik Sense app. It will simply convert the individual objects of QlikView to Qlik Sense objects, right? And in the data model, the data model should be converted to the Qlik Sense in form of dimensions and measures, and the variables also would be converted. Make sense? As I said, this will not completely create this type of document in the Qlik Sense. So individual objects like all these charts, whatever the objects is applicable, whatever the objects is available in Qlik Sense, as per the compatibility, that would be converted. It's not like 100% all the objects would be converted. Some of the objects may not be converted. Okay. So just to avoid this type of recreating these visualizations and just recalling the logics of these. So that will take a lot of time. So that conversion would take save time because these KPIs will be easily converted. So once your KPIs will be ready and converted there in the Qlik Sense, along with the dimensions and measure mapped to it, you can simply drag and drop those objects into Qlik Sense and quickly frame another dashboard like this. Okay, so we have to frame another dashboard in the Qlik Sense by using the QlikView visualizations, which is already binded with the database. I don't have to create the objects. The objects should be created directly. I have to frame them in the dashboard. So now you see we have how many sheets? Up to 7 sheets. This is sheet 1 probably. Sheet 1, 2, sheet 7. Okay. Now over here, sheet 1, there is no objects, so it is completely zero. So there is no mean for converting this. So that means there was a button, there was an image, all those stuffs initially. This is not needed to be converted. Okay, only the KPIs which is associated with the data that would be converted in Qlik Sense.
What about the button, Amit? Get started button.
Button,
We don't need.
as you see, it is not being converted because there's nothing to convert here. It is not associated with the data. Okay.
Okay.
So 8 objects from the sheet 2 being converted. So those are like, these are filters actually. Those filters pen select all sheet 2 from sheet 2. Most of these are the filters, right? Most of these are the filters, and this is a container, and this is customer, uh, product, and outer summary. Let's see what are the objects being converted. So from the dimensions, you can see the table fields, which is being used in the Qlik view over here. The exact data model will not be migrated, but whatever the dimensions and measure generally in generic and that is being used in the charts, that would be converted to dimension library. Okay, so these all will be added to the dimension library in form of dimension. So you can also choose what are the dimensions you want to take to the Qlik Sense app or what you don't want. Okay, there's options. So you can select or deselect and then create a app, the Qlik Sense. And for measures, so these are the measures. As you can see, we wrote this in the Qlik Sense, Qlik view only, sales price. Right, sales price into this variable V tax. Variable tax, I just created a what if analysis in QlikView. So V tax is a variable would have been called to Qlik Sense also. Okay, so that also being created. So likewise, if you write a lot of difficult syntaxes expressions in QlikView, so doesn't need it all this thing to be created here again. So that will be converted to measure. Now variable V tax, it is also being added. Variable shopping charge also being created in Qlik Sense. On pivoted order. So objects. It is basically the radar chart which is converted. unconverted objects. So that means these objects are not being converted. Okay. uh, Mode radar. Radar chat is not inbuilt there in Qlik Sense. So of course, those chat were there in additional third-party objects in Qlik Sense, and we could add them as a extension. But whatever the objects are there inbuilt in Qlik Sense, those objects will only be converted. Clear? Like pie chart, bar chart, combo chart, line chart. Um, but whatever it is not there in Qlik Sense, it will not be converted. Grid. It's a grid chart, right? So this is the grid chart which is here. This one. This is not there in Qlik Sense, but yes, scatter plot is there. So that is being converted. I have used scatter plot, so that is being converted, but grid chart is not there. And funnel chart, Miko chart. Funnel chart, of course, it is there in Qlik Sense. Additionally, we have added, but inbuilt in the Qlik Sense library, it is not there. Okay. So those charts were not being converted.
So all the other charts which are not converted, can we create them using hypercubes or extension?
Hypercube is not needed. No? I mean, uh, we can use by,
Then what if the user wants a funnel chart?
if you want to create the this thing funnel chart in the Qlik Sense, then we have to add the extensions. Okay.
Extensions, yeah.
Extension objects or any third party objects, we have our dimensions and measures ready, as which is copied from QlikView. So almost all the visualizations filters have added. Filters are there, like country city. Okay, it is being added in sheet 3. I suppose all the objects of the sheet 3 is same as sheet 2. So all these filters are common, right? In sheet 1, sheet 3, sheet 4, all those sheets, these filters are common. So that is being copied. So I don't need all these filters to be repeated. Or else, okay, they are not going to be repeated because the names are uniquely created again. So I'll select all these filters, let them to be brought to our sheets, though they are repeated. Select all. We have 7 sheets. So this Qlik Sense document, QlikView document, is going to be converted to Qlik Sense app. Okay, now I've selected all these filters which would be used, and for dimensions I also chosen all the dimensions. For measures I also chosen all the measures. Yes, expression from QlikView documents will be converted as measures. Okay, these are all the expressions, and the measure names would be these one. These are the measure names. We can also customize or change it straight away here. Custom distinct order ID, count distinct order ID, right? So what you can name it as count of order. Okay, because it is seems to be a little bit technical, so I had to change it. So this will be the list of measures, and variable, let it be as it is. Unconverted object is just for the information, we cannot do anything over here. And then let us see the visualizations. Those visualizations are being converted, like pivot table, order summary. There are two order summaries, bar charts. These are the converted. Okay, so customer wise orders, customer wise order. There are two bar charts with this title. Okay, line chart, product wise order. Basically, this one I suppose. product wise order, this one, right? So this particular line chart being converted, customer wise order and customer wise order. There were two products, two charts with the same name. Yeah, this one, this one customer wise orders, this customer wise orders, customer wise orders. So the based on the titles only they are showing, but over here the chart types will be converted. So in the bar charts, there are few more bar charts with the same name. Few bar charts created separately, but with the same title. Okay, no issue. It can be distinguished. So that's why it is recommended to create while you are creating any dashboard, just give a distinct name to each document. Now for pie chart, there was only pie chart over here. So yes, we take Y cells, big device cells, combo chart, customer wise order. Combo chart was yeah, customer wise order. So sales price of products. Okay, sales price of products. So it is what chart is called in QlikView. It is called as a block chart. It is called as the block chart generally here, right? But in Qlik Sense it is called as a tree map. So automatically it is being converted to tree map, right? Tree. Gauge. Gauge chart customer wise order. This one. Yeah, this one customer wise order being created. Scatter plot, of course, it is there in Qlik Sense inbuilt, so it is converted. Table. Table is the first dashboard. Suppose this is a straight table. So order summary probably. Sales summary. Sales summary is where? Yeah, this is the normal table, straight table. Okay, so in Qlik Sense we have this is called table, right? Table is added, sales summary, and there are 43 filters. Those all were added. Even though they are repetitive because we have just copied the same filters into different dashboards, so multiple filters are being added. So, so what we will do, we will not fill, on the filters, we will not use take all the filters, because in the sheet 2 whatever the filters are there, that is going to be added in everywhere. And objects are also there. Okay, let it be, let it be. So let all filter to be go there in QlikView. So I chosen all. Now at last, all these we've seen that all the bar charts are, all the charts are ready. All the visualizations are ready to be imported. Whatever the checks we did, and it's time to see the dimensions. All 13 dimensions were added over here. All measures were added. All variables were added. Now finally, it's time to. It is not something like saving or something saving to this document. The final option is to create the app. So the app is so far is not created. It is just a, process for conversion. Okay, and while processing, these were the activity we are performing. So finally, you have to click on this button called create app. Now it will create the QlikView app to Qlik Sense in a little time. So you can say the alert was there that the app was created in the Qlik Sense. You can see it. So in the Qlik Sense, there was a supplier dashboard. What we have to do is, okay, in QlikView we had this document called supplier dashboard. This document name is supplier underscore dashboard. In Qlik Sense, we have supplier space dashboard. So this is our new QlikView object. Okay, QlikView dashboard, which is not being is being added. I'll just create this one. Click on this. You would see nothing would be there, no visualizations would be there, but all the inherited objects are there in the Qlik Sense dashboard. Okay, so we have to we have to give little effort that here to just frame all those objects which is being migrated from QlikView to Qlik Sense. I'll name it as dashboard. Okay, there's nothing to get it from the intro page, so I can create a separate intro page in Qlik Sense, but I'll just use all these objects over here in dashboard. This should be the dashboard which will give the summary of the entire frame. So now you would see once you edit it, you have a lot of objects. Okay, so these are the inbuilt charts. Now in the custom objects and in the master items, you would see the entire dimensions and measures. In the master items, you'd see all the dimensions which is brought from the QlikView. Okay, and all the measures which is brought from the QlikView. Right, and finally these are the visualizations. Initially a question may have come to mind that what these visualizations are all about in the master items. So this is not what we will add. This is the time to showcase you like these master visualizations are the imported visualizations from QlikView to Qlik Sense app. Okay, and custom object which we created, like the extensions, these are the extensions we have added, widgets we have added. Okay, so that is the separate thing. This is our creativity, but in the master items the entire converted items are over here, and the database fields, it is also all the tables are there. As you can see, the entire data model, the QlikView data model is being pulled to here because we use the same data model in the QlikView and Qlik Sense, right? So it is being pulled here directly.
How will the script look, Amit?
Going forward.
Script editor.
Yes. So because it is not going to be a in the Qlik Sense, in the QlikView document itself, we have not written any script. We just have um, added it from the binary load. Okay, and the data model which was there, it is also being imported to here. Okay, so the script is not needed over here. The data model, the data from the inline table, okay, in memory is being fetched to the in memory of Qlik Sense. So it's time to recreate all those visualizations over here in Qlik Sense. So I don't have to create it. Okay, I don't have to create and add the dimensions and measure and create a visualizations. No, it is already being created. I have to simply frame it. Okay, I have to simply drag it. So let's see the this thing, your cities, division city, and then okay, division city country. So I'll try to frame this. Something is not available in Qlik Sense, so that would not work. Like this tree, you know, tree-like structure. This is not available in Qlik Sense. So as per the scripted document, this adjustment we have to do. And product, category product, customer, customer company name is there, customer name, and then these are all the horizontal filters. See, I didn't have to do any coding over here, but I could simply add them. After this, if you want to see how it looks like, see all the years are there, these years are quarters are there, months are here, and those text boxes, those were declared in the top in the Qlik Sense, in the QlikView part, could not brought to this side. These are all the linked visualization, cannot be edited. As you can see in the property, there is no property over here. It is being linked, so it cannot be edited. And you can create a logo over here, and then it's time to add all these objects. Customer wise order. This is a bar chart. I can simply add it. It doesn't need any dimensions and measure to add over here.
Amit, do we have hide and unhide objects in Qlik Sense?
Uh, that you have to know that property. I have to check it. Yes, it is there. We have a variable, but button action trigger is not there. So you have to create some custom extensions in the JavaScript to toggle the variable. That is a little bit tough here. This button action and trigger is not there, so we have to add some custom visualizations extensions where we can find action and triggers. And the action and triggers you can toggle up a variable. Hide and unhide option can be enabled through that. It is possible.
Because in QlikView, it's a container object, right? The
Yes.
charts you're bringing in,
Right.
they're like hide and unhide,
Correct.
basically.
So as we're converting, some of the adjustment we have to do, some of the sacrifice we have to do because the color features and all which is there now you can see it is not being added over here. Gauge chart. So the gauge is simply different. Okay. So how quickly I created a dashboard. Duplicate. So once I duplicate, it doesn't need all those other filters to be added because I have to simply duplicate it. I can see the line chart is completely different from QlikView. This scatter plot, tree map, and pie chart. So likewise, we will convert the dashboard. Order summary is a table. Sales summary is a straight table, and this is a pivot table. So here is our conversion how quickly I created without touching to the dimensions and measure. Okay, not even I created the data model, all these filters, and not even touched to the attributes and measures. So here is all the link dimensions, the link visualizations is all simply being created.